out his wings.
You like to play dress up and blindly execute the state's order.
What is up, Chocolatiers? Welcome back to another review. We're going to be covering Captain America Brave New World. So if you are one of these fellow haters of this movie and you don't want to hear anything that's like remotely positive about this movie, you can go on and click out now. So I actually enjoyed this movie. I don't think it's like a masterpiece. I do want to say that out there. Like it's not like that good. But I kind of just want to get into a lot of things that have been pissing me off lately, especially things I'm seeing online, stuff like that. So number one thing, I don't get people's perception of the MCU, right? They just act like pre-Endgame that it's like the best fucking thing ever, that it's masterpiece after masterpiece after masterpiece. And then for every masterpiece, they just somehow forget we had Thor 2. We have, even like that, I love Incredible Hulk, but a lot of it's kind of slow. You get Iron Man 2. I'm just saying, like, every phase has those movies that are just kind of like, oh, okay, it's good, nothing to write home about, but like, it's alright. And I feel like ever since Endgame came and went, people have this high fucking pedestal that they want to put all these movies on, and I just don't understand. Like, if it's not a fucking masterpiece, then it's a piece of shit. And it makes no sense. And I don't understand why either you watching it or people online, I just don't know why everybody just has these just, oh my god. Like, I don't know if it's like fucking recency bias or some shit. But like, I don't understand, right? Even like me, right? I'm a big Iron Man 3 fanboy. I actually really enjoy that movie, but like, a lot of people don't like it. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, there's a lot of MCU movies that I hear a lot of people say they don't like, but then anytime you see like a modern day MCU movie not be like a fucking masterpiece, they just hate it, right? Like everybody names off, like, okay, Guardians 3, Wakanda Forever is not bad. They're like, they name off Spider-Man and like recently Deadpool, and then every time we get like a movie like this or like the Marvels or something like that, oh my god, it's a piece of shit. The MCU's dying, and I'm like, what the fuck? Just ease your brakes there, bud. Okay, like I just don't understand, right? And then I'm not gonna get into like the political stuff of this, but it's an uphill battle for Anthony Mackie, or at least for Marvel, having Captain America be black, right? They've already taken a lot of the things he said out of context. A lot of non-comic book readers have gotten involved. A lot of non-MCU watchers have, for some reason, gotten involved, and they've got mad about some shit he said. And it's just, I don't understand, man. Like, I'm not going to care about critic score, right? Critic scores are weird anyways. But, as far as, like, people that I see, they're just like, oh, fuck, it's not bad, right? Now I'm going to get into the actual movie review. So this movie, starring Anthony Mackie, basically he's coming in right after the events of Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's been a few years, but basically right after the events of that, because you got characters like Isaiah Bradley comes back, stuff like that. And he is now fully in the mantle of Captain America. And there is a plot to kill Harrison Ford's character, who plays Thaddeus Ross, taking over the late and great old Thaddeus Ross, who is now not longer with us anymore. And basically, there's a plot to take him out. There's some stuff going on from like the old Incredible Hulk movie. And that kind of gets into some of my complaints with the movie. The fact that this might be like the first big Marvel movie where you have to do your fucking homework. Like, like in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, like you got Wanda like throwing out a line here or there about, the events of WandaVision. Or like, No Way Home, it's okay. You get more, presence in the film when Toby shows up, when Andrew shows up, when you've seen their movies, but you don't have to see their movies, right? This, I feel like, if you didn't see the Incredible Hulk and like, fuck, maybe Eternals, I don't even know how you fucking watch this film. That's like my main thing, and that's the one thing I don't like about how some of the new Marvel movies are doing, where it's like, damn, I like these callbacks, but like, this is alienating an audience to the point where it's like, no, you have to love and watch the MCU to kind of understand what the fuck's going on, right? Like, the plot of this movie, like I said, outside of the presidential stuff going on, if you watched Eternals, at the end of that, there's like the big old like celestial coming out of the water, and everybody for fucking years, 5 years plus, oh my god, that fucking thing's out there, nobody thought about it. And there's adamantium, okay? Adamantium is there, these, everybody, Japan, the United States, India, they're all like coming for these resources, and there's like they're on the brink of war. And it's like really fucking good, like this political thriller. I really love Sam Wilson. loved his character for a while. I love that he's now Captain America. I'm liking that there's threads of him starting the new Avengers and stuff like that. And that's kind of where my complaints lie. I wish that this movie would have been more of, hey, let's focus on him starting the new Avengers while also, like, it's really kind of sidelined for, like, hey, we're setting shit up, right? I also feel like with us getting really close to that new Avengers movie coming out, next year? A little weird, because, Fantastic Four, I'm sure it's going to set up some stuff, but it's taking place in its own universe, right? And we've got Thunderbolts, which might set up some stuff, but it seems kind of alienated by itself, right? And we don't also know who lives and dies out of that. But it's kind of weird, right? We're in like a weird space where, kind of like this movie is. Like I said, it's good. It's not great, though. Like, for me, I really enjoyed, the action scenes. But at the same time, they're kind of choppy. I'm going to remove all this, too. I don't know why people keep acting like it's been shot 60,000 times. Apparently, they did reshoots, which they do in every single Marvel movie and the majority of a lot of Hollywood movies, kind of like they do. But in a lot of the reshoots that they did, they cut out a lot of shit. At one point, I know that, I can't remember his name, it's this WWE star. He was going to be playing one of the Serpent Society characters, and the only one that we get is Sidewinder, played by Giancarlo Esposito. And he's a badass. But there's like a lot of that in this movie where it's like the Serpent Society. It's like, I don't know who the fuck these people are. And they're just like, yeah, it's the Serpent Society. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck these... And I like the comics, but I'm like, who the fuck are these people? And like, I'm just kind of like, where's some background, right? And it's kind of more of like that Captain America Winter Soldier vibe where it's like, we got these people on the ship, like we're fighting these people, but then weirdly enough, Sidewinder kind of becomes a main plot focus for like 5 minutes. And there's, like I said, like a lot of problems with the movie pacing-wise, because a lot of scenes in this movie were just kind of weird. Like, for example, the elephant in the room, there's a character in this movie that a lot of people don't like online. I'm not going to name her name. You know who we're talking about. And her character at one point, like, shows up in, like, this leather jacket and fights people, and I was like, okay. And then, like, she literally has, like, a super suit underneath her fucking outfit at one point, and they don't elaborate why it's there. She just has this shit on, and at no point is she in the final fight. I said, they definitely cut her shit out. You can't fucking tell me they didn't. I know they did, okay? Because it was just so weird. The main villain in this movie, I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's callbacks. I've already said to Incredible Hulk, so you should be getting the hint. He's okay. I feel like his look wasn't as cool as what I wanted. I wanted him to look more like he did in the comic books, but he still looks fine. I like that they got the original guy back from that movie, but I'm just kind of confused, right? I kind of like his motivation, but at the same time, it's like, I want you to do more. He didn't do enough for me, right? And there's also no final boss in this movie, and what I mean by that is like, you get the Red Hulk stuff, you get the Brink Award, this and that, but there's no like, oh yeah, like fuck this dude up, final fight. Like there's not really that. There kind of is, but it's not really with somebody who's bad. Technically, you'll understand when you watch it. But like I said, there's just like a lot of things that I had wrong with this movie. But also at the same time, going into this movie not being a piece of shit biased motherfucking asshole. I'm also black too, so I wasn't going into it racist like some. I don't understand. I fucking hate Twitter. I gotta get off that app. Jesus Christ, it's so racist on there. It's fucking awful. But removing all that shit out of here, this to me, I would put a line like the first Captain America. I really like that movie, but I don't think it's as good as Winter Soldier, and this movie's not as good as Winter Soldier. So as far as Cap films, I would line it up with there. I'm not including Civil War because it's basically Avengers 2.5. But yeah, overall, I'm going to give my score now. I think that I would probably give Captain America Brave New World probably 7.5. It's a solid movie. That's above average. It's not an 8. It's not hitting that great level like I knew it could have. If they could have some more action scenes or some action scenes better shot, we would have been somewhere. But this is definitely a movie I was hoping was going to be more like Winter Soldier, and like I said, lean towards more kind of like that OG Phase 1 and 2 of Marvel. But that's not bad. Phase 1 and 2 were fucking awesome. People want to bitch and moan about Thor: The Dark World or fucking Iron Man 2. Fuck, I like those movies, okay? Like, they got some fun on there, and this movie had some fun. This movie had some great laughs. I really love the new Falcon. He's fucking hilarious. I like this overall plot with Thaddeus Ross and all this other stuff. And there's like a lot of shit that happens in this movie, and I feel like overall, tied up in a nice little bow. I liked it. But if you like this movie, hell, if you didn't like this movie, and you didn't hate it for a piece of shit reason, and you actually have general concerns and things you didn't like, or if you want to talk more about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I will be down in the comments down below. So comment and leave me a thought about this film. And with that, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Please like and subscribe for more.
We're on the brink of war. I can't trust anyone.
I love my popcorn. Movies, popcorn.